Hi, my name is Jim Blye. I'm going to teach you how to light your smoker so that it stays lit. Alright, so starting with my smoker, open it up, and I see that from last time there's still a little bit of ashes in there. You should have a container of whatever fuel you're using. Even if it's like pine needles, you can't count on the pine needles being dry, so you need to keep them in a container. I'm using, these are pine shavings, pine bedding, and I just dump the ashes back into that container because they can be reused. So I start with an empty container. I'm going to add some twigs, some cardboard, a little bit of paper, and this is to make a nice hot fire in the bottom. Now I have my handy dandy propane torch, but I'm not going to use that because a lot of you won't have that. They really don't cost much. The propane torch is about $4. The propane tank is $4. The torch itself, I think, is anywhere from 20 to, they can go up to as high as 50, I believe. Just light this. Okay. Going to get that started real well. Let you see that. We want a nice, good flame going down in there. And you do need to take some time because you want this to be hot enough that it reignites. Because we're going to smother it a little bit with some pine shavings. And once we do that, we want it to relight just by adding some more oxygen. We'll just pump the bellows and get it started again. Right, I'm going to go ahead and slowly add a little bit more. So I really want to get this started well before I cover it up. So spend about a minute on that. And so even some of this is ashes from last time that I put out, that I'm reusing. So now I've smothered that. So now, it's okay to stick your hand in at that point because the flames are gone. But now I want to get it reignited. And so this takes a little bit, but that's going to make that fire even hotter in the bottom. And I'm not going to add any more until I see flames come out. Alright, there are a few cinders there, and you got to be careful with those. They land on your hand, it'll feel just like a bee sting. Won't last as long as a bee sting though. So, you could wear gloves for this. I usually don't worry about it. There is a problem if you're wearing your nice hiking pants and one of those cinders hits your hiking pants and burns a hole in it. That's happened to me before. So be careful what you wear. There we go. So not adding anything until I see those flames. Now once I put that out, again, I can put my hand down in there. And I'll do this the second time. Yeah, there's flames there. Alright. And the third time. Now, if you really want to be sure, you'll do it a fourth time. But the goal here is that when I'm inspecting the hive and I reach for my smoker, and I haven't reached for it in a while, I want to make sure there's smoke when it's when I need it. Now one thing I'm noticing, I normally don't do this, over top of my source. These sparks are falling down into my source. You have to be careful where you are. Keep aware of your surroundings, because those sparks can go down into the pine straw around you or anything flammable. I'm getting a few more sparks. I think it's because I had a high ash content. And there we go. So that's it. Now I'm satisfied. I'll fill it up to the top. And you can really pack it down in there now. Now you might think that's putting it out, but you got to remember, this thing's breathing from underneath. I mean, that's where you want it to breathe from, under there. There's a hole in the back, and that's where the bellows are pumping air in. And just depending on how long you're going to be out there, depends on how, that's going to determine how much that you put into the smoker. So then you just pump it a little bit more, and that will stay lit for a couple hours. Now, I mean, it'll stay lit for a couple hours without attention. That's the thing. If you're pumping it for, as long as you're pumping it continuously, it'll still be lit. But what if you just leave it for a while? Now I'm going to show you how to put it out. You don't need to spray water on it or anything. All you have to do, put a little bit of paper towel in the end. Some of these actually come with a cork. I think I've seen places that will sell corks separately. You really don't need a cork. Paper towel works fine. Now it won't shut it out immediately. There's still a little bit of air that comes around the top, but that will, in a few minutes, extinguish the fire. Now one other thing I want to show you here, if your smoker has gone out and you want to relight it, it's the easiest way to relight it is to just turn your torch on and light it against the can, so right against the side. I will show you though that doesn't, there is a cost to that. I don't know if you can see, but my can is wrinkled here, and that has come from the flame. I've done this for a couple of years now, but now it's not completely out yet, but that is essentially the technique. I mean, you just light it from the outside and it works. As far as lighting that as your first light, it probably won't stay lit as well, but I mean, you can keep doing that if you need to. So anyway, I'm going to put that out, and that's how you light your smoker, and that's how you put it out. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'll show you one more quick way to light up your smoker. This is with cardboard, rolled cardboard with masking tape to hold it together. You want roughly 3.5 inches by 6 inches, and you want the holes coming vertical, bottom to top. This is definitely easier to light with the propane torch. You want to get that going really hot before you put it in there. Light that up, get some air going. And that's it. That should last about an hour. All right, thanks for watching.